A circle in the back of the room with my parents and like a dozen other people I've never seen before. They're all dressed in black suits and dresses even though I told them Katia's favorite color was blue. Disrespectful asses. "It's Deja. Give me your keys," she says, holding up her hands as Wheeler tosses them to her. "Be right back," she says to me before kissing my cheek and turning to leave. It's really not like her to be taking orders from anyone. The regular Deja would have told Wheeler to shove his keys up his wrinkly ass, but helpful Deja is doing everything anybody asks her to do today. But I only came here for one reason. Jordan. As Wheeler starts going over the order of the celebration of life with my parents, I walk to the front of the chapel slowly, like a bride about to meet the love of her life at the altar. But there's no altar here. Just a closed white casket with shiny golden brass handles on the sides. I walk up to the shining white box with my sister's body in it and place my hand on top where her head is. Heat, vibrations, a genie to pop out and grant me 3 wishes. I'm not sure what I'm expecting to feel, but it's like touching any regular old object. I don't feel Katia's spirit. I don't think she's in there. From the photo they keep showing on the news, Officer Peter Johnson looks like a stand-up guy, with his blonde son on his shoulders and his blonder wife at his side. But I know he's a cold-blooded murderer. It was 4 a.m., and he says Katia was trying to break into his house. Bullshit. All I know is the bullet entered her face just above her lip, where her Monroe piercing was, and came out the back of her head. Suddenly, I feel a hand on my shoulder, just as light and jasmine-scented as Katia's hands. I whip around beaming, but it's only Deja. Just like that, someone turns the light off inside me again. "Do you need anything?" Deja asks, leading me to the pew like I'm a glass figurine that might shatter at any second. "I think so." "What, some water, coffee? I can run down to the Popeyes and get you something to eat. Tell me what you need." But I just shake my head. We sit down next to each other in the front pew, and I lean against her shoulder. I pretend it's a dream, that any second I'll wake up in the hospital after having hit my head or something. But doctors will say I've been out for days. Katia will be sitting in the chair beside my bed. She'll look at me with her glowing black skin and fake gold bamboo earrings and say, "Beau, don't you ever fucking scare me like that again." Just like she said that one time I spent the night at Deja's and didn't tell anybody where I was going. The cops asked us if Katia was on drugs, what she was doing on that street, why she would break into this cop's house. We said, she wasn't. We don't know, and she didn't. Because that's what we know. At least, what we think we know. I keep my eyes shut as tight as I can, pretending to have fallen asleep on Deja so people arriving inside the chapel will leave me alone. It works for a while. I hear some of my aunts and uncles sniffling and talking to Deja about me. I even let out a fake snore or two so I can keep my head pressed to her body and hear the deep vibrations of her voice as she explains to everyone that the past few days have been a lot on me. "Poor baby, I know she's tired," Aunt Nisha whispers. "That cop gonna get what's coming to him, believe that," Uncle Kobe says. I hear a whop, and then Aunt Rachel's voice. "Don't talk like that. Last thing we need is your ass getting arrested." I hear Mama somewhere wailing and asking, "Jesus, why?" As if he's going to come down here with a flow chart and explain why Katia had to die. I hear Daddy say, "It's gonna be all right, baby." But then he collapses into sobs. Then I hear 3 loud thumps and some gasps, but I still don't open my eyes. I don't want to see any of this. I don't want it to be real. "Do you see him yet?" I whisper to Deja, my eyes still closed. "He's not stupid enough to show his face here. There's these 2 goofy-looking white dudes."